Well, this video might be a little late if you've already installed WordPress, but if you have not yet installed your WordPress program, then you definitely want to pay attention to this video. Now, even if you have already installed WordPress, you still need to finish watching this short video because you just might want to install more WordPress sites in the future, and this will help guide you to a more secure install process. Now, since we have already covered a few different install methods in Volume 1, I will not bore you with all those individual steps. What I will do is detail the security items that you need to be aware of during your install steps. So if we log back into our cPanel control panel, and if we come on down here to our Softaculous, this is that one-click install application, similar to other ones like Installatron or the old Fantastico Deluxe and so on. But we come on into WordPress, click on Install, and we are just going to install this directly on our root domain. So I'm going to delete the default directory that they have set up there. But we did briefly touch on the username and the password needs to be unguessable and very secure. And you definitely do not want to use admin. And likewise with the password, minimum 12 characters is my suggestion. And it tells you right here how strong that password is. And right now, we've got 100 out of 100. And while the numbers won't increase, you can only get as high as 100 out of 100 on these numbers. The more characters that you have up here, the stronger your passwords are going to be. So keep that in mind. And it's things like this that will have those password managers come in handy that we talked about in the previous video. This is an added security benefit. This particular plugin, Limit Login Attempts, which has recently just been updated because before they had a different plugin in here that was similarly named, but it had not been updated for like 3 or 4 years. And if you hover over the I, you can access the page where that plugin's at right here. And it's called Loginizer. And you can see here that as of this particular recording, it was updated 1 month ago. So this has my 2 thumbs up seal of approval. So you definitely want to check that. This helps prevent brute force attacks, and we'll cover that in greater detail in an upcoming video. And if we check out the advanced options, the table prefix of the database is usually WP_. Softaculous, another one of its upgrades, has taken the liberty of adjusting that for us automatically by adding a couple extra characters. So this is just a benefit of using Softaculous as an install process. They've already got this customized for us. And again, that's the database table prefix name. And if yours still says WP_, now's the time to make this much harder for hackers to break into your site through your database. Go ahead and change this from WP_ to something like what Softaculous has here. WP anything, anything, anything _. And then you've got some additional options here dealing with updates, upgrades, and backups. But we're going to cover these items individually in upcoming videos. The main thing I want to point out to you in this particular section of this video is the database table prefix should not be WP_. You need a strong username and password, and they should be unguessable, and the admin username should not be admin, and that's pretty much it. You come on down here and click on install. Now, in addition to those, you should also consider using SFTP if you're going to be using the FTP method that we described in Volume 1's install process, because SFTP is a secure way of uploading your files through FTP. Now, I've got FileZilla opened up here, and depending upon your exact FTP client would depend on how you would exactly set it up. But for example, if we come into the site manager for FileZilla, you can see over here under the protocol, by default, it's set for FTP. But you can select SFTP, but you want to contact your hosting service to find out all the exact settings for SFTP, including the port number. And if you are going to be going the FTP route, before you upload your WordPress files, go ahead and run a scan on those. And on my computer, which is a Windows environment, I simply right-click, and I've got a couple of different options here with Kaspersky or with Malwarebytes. I would simply left-click on either one of these to run a scan on all of those files and folders, again, before I upload them to my server. And lastly, as I covered in the previous video on securing your computer, make sure that your computer environment is as secure as possible before doing your install steps. For example, I highly suggest not using a free Wi-Fi service from your coffee shop or airport terminal while installing a WordPress site. You just cannot always be absolutely sure of their security, so why take the chance? And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on securing your installation method. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.